Hi, everyone. This is Tammy with VA to VA Mastermind Live. We're so glad you're joining us today or watching the replay. We really appreciate it. I'm here with Lisa Kolb and Teekwa, who is our guest. And then Nanette's going to be joining us hopefully in a few minutes. We've had a few tech issues. It seems to be the bane of our existence at times with YouTube. But we're here and we're excited to help you with your businesses. We're very excited about our guest as she talks about how to make six figures in your business. I know all of you are excited about that as well, and to hear her story because it's pretty incredible. Mm-hmm. So again, I'm Tammy with Tammy's Office Solutions, providing digital marketing, as well as Fearless Boss Babes, which provides coaching for all kinds of business owners. So we're just excited that you're here with us. Lisa, go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
Awesome. Thank you, Tammy. I'm Lisa Kolb with Augusta Virtual Assistants. I'm an owner and manager of a virtual assistant team, and we provide general administrative, real estate support, paralegal support, online marketing support, and other, various back office overflow issues that we take care of. We also offer business systems consulting for those who have bottlenecks in their systems, and we help to work those out. But I want to introduce our special guest, Teekwa Scarborough. She is a VA agency manager. She's also a VA coach and an event coordinator. She wears a lot of hats, and we're excited to hear about her story of building a six-figure income through all of those businesses as a single mom, which a lot of us are. And our audience, I'm sure there are some single moms wanting to hear her story as well. Welcome, Teekwa.
Thank you. Thank you for the warm welcome. And that was a great introduction. So my name is Teekwa, Teekwa Scarborough, as she introduced me. And also, yes, I am a virtual assistant coach. I help virtual assistants, new, aspiring, and seasoned virtual assistants make consistent monthly income. Then I also take my clients through my client attraction program system, where you increase your revenue while attracting clients. So we don't want to chase clients, we want to attract them, right? So I also, when I first started my business, it was through the event planning. And I partnered with my brother because I love event planning. So just so everybody know, I still work my 9-to-5 job. So everybody knows I still work it, and I built my business off of that. So going back few years, I was a young single mom, and my son is now 28 years old. And I went through the whole 9-to-5, check to check, and I just knew that it had to be something better. I always wanted to be a business owner. Okay. So, God leads us down a different journey. Sometimes he puts us through a certain journey, a journey that we don't even want to go through. Okay. And I did not want to be an administrative, but that kept coming up. Every time when jobs was coming, that came coming up. I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I was in college. I did take secretarial, but after reading it, I was like, I don't want to be sitting behind nobody that's doing work for somebody else. I want to tell people what to do, but honestly, when that fell into my lap, it was like the best thing that happened to me, because I learned so much from being an executive assistant. Executives who have been there for over 20 years, I came in just starting, didn't know anything. The only thing I knew how to do was type. Okay. I came in, I busted out. I went to every free class that I could go to. I went to each client to say, hey, I know how to do PowerPoint. I just took a class. You just have to be a go-getter. So that's the work, the 9-to-5 job. So years went on, and still in the back of my head, I wanted to build this business, but didn't know what. I did virtual assistant for years, in and out of it for years. I worked for somebody else. So I did some clientele work. So when I started my business, I did not want to be doing the work. I wanted to manage, because that's what I'm doing at my job now. I'm a supervisor. So been there, done that. So when I built my business, I wanted to be able to build a powerhouse, have a powerhouse VAs that know what they're doing with minimum management. And that was based off, that's how my company was built, off of powerhouse VA. I even pulled some of the executives who retired, okay, to come and work for me, because I knew that they were the best of the best. And that's what I wanted. And as I was learning in this virtual assistant agency, as I was interviewing and had people come on board, I noticed that people would say that they knew how to do stuff. So when you tell me that you know how to do certain things and you know how to take care of clients, I expect that, what you tell me is true. So as they was getting in and taking clients, I have a reputation to uphold. And if you're not doing what you have to do, then, I have to let you go. So I built my business off of making sure that I had people who knew exactly what to do. So that was the foundation of my business, just building up, having strong VAs to support clients. So most of my niche is more of business coaches, femalepreneurs. I like supporting single women businesses and helping them build their business, because as a single mom, and still a single mom, I have a 7-year-old. It's a struggle, for single moms to raise their children, do their 9 to 5, and try to, build their business. You can do it. You can build your business as you work in your 9 to 5. So how I make my 6-figure? Working my 9 to 5. When my job did not want to give me a promotion when I felt that I deserve it, then I had to really think about what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Do I want to continue to work a 9 to 5 and have someone tell me that, oh, this is not in the budget. Oh, you are very good at what you do. I bust my behind every year, and then you're going to give me a 2-3% raise. No, that's not happening. So I had to make some decisions in my life. Okay. And I made that decision.
Can I interrupt for just a minute?
Sure.
Can I go back for a second? I just wanted to find out. So you were working a 9 to 5 as, what were you doing? I'm just curious, because you were working. You said a 9 to 5. Was that event planning or something else?
No, this is executive assistant.
Okay.
Yes. So senior executive assistant. And then also, as I was doing there, it kind of like turned into both event planners, because the department I was working in, they had a lot of international events.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kept doing.
You had to end up playing in a lot of them, I bet.
From start to finish.
Right.
Okay?
Right. Funny how that.
Even doing international, doing visas, the whole works. So I knew how to do all these things when I got into my business. So that was my journey, as God put me through, because he had to put me through there to get me to where I am now. And I had to listen. I had to take heed to what he said so my business could flourish. And he has blessed me so much in my business, working my 9 to 5, doing my event planning with my brother. My brother is very good, because he's the paperwork behind the scenes. He just want me to be the face and I do the designs. And I wanted to put that under my agency as well. So I'm going through a relaunch in my business. And you know how you have to listen to your clients, right? What they want and what they want. So more is social media management, event planning team, and then of course, still have that general VA team as well. So I am going through a relaunch. So working a 9 to 5 as a single parent, you can still build your VA business. I have VAs that work their 9 to 5. And they still work for me. And I had no problems from them. And my clients were very happy.
You still working your 9 to 5 now, or did you leave?
Yes, I am.
You are. Okay, so you're working your 9 to 5, right, as an executive assistant.
Yes.
I just want to clarify everything because I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're working your 9 to 5, plus you're running your agency, doing event management, and now you're in a relaunch to add some of these other things that you're hearing your clients need into your business, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you do VA training, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's just check it. I want to make sure.
That's okay. That's all
But I
right. I like
understand
going a little fast. So if
Yeah, and because so many women and men, but women start out this way, honestly. A lot of them start out full time. I'm in an e-learning community for freelancers and a mentor in there. And we get questions all the time. Can I do this? I'm still working 9 to 5 and all of that. And we tell them, yes, you can do this. And so many have left their 9 to 5s. And it's awesome when they get to that point that they're able to do that. Well, even like Nanette. And Nanette, are you there now? If you unmute, can we hear you at least? She's having video.
Can you hear me?
Yay, she's there. But
Well, yeah, but my for some reason my video stopped working, so I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, hon. Well, I'm glad you're there. So
Yeah.
Nanette just went full time. Was it been a year now?
Yes. I think I went full time. About a year ago. And I was working full time and building my business as well. It's a lot of work, but you have to do it if you want to become your own business person. And I couldn't do the jump into it without knowing I was getting paid because, I needed the money. So I had to do the transition this way. But actually, I like it because, and I'm sure Teekwa, I'm sorry, did I say your name right?
Teekwa.
Teekwa. Well, I know that for me, the transition allows me to make mistakes without it hurting my pocketbook.
Right. Yeah.
Well, go ahead and finish, Teekwa. Go ahead and finish, Teekwa.
Oh, me. Oh, okay. Working your 9 to 5 and building a business it's hard work, but you can do it. And how I did that is with time management. Okay. Time management, creating a schedule, a tight schedule where you are like logging in everything that you're doing in order for you to meet your goals. And what I do with my tribe, or when I train when I coach my VAs, I'm very big on goals. Goals are the number one thing that you need to implement in your business. It doesn't matter how small or big they are. The smallest goal is a win to me. Okay. Even if you got up and turned on your computer, that's a goal just to get in and just start doing some work. So a lot of things I did manually, but then of course, with systems and stuff like that, you put systems in place and things like that. I took advantage of, even though I was working my 9 to 5 and I can support my business and things like that, but I didn't want to take whatever I had because that was budgeted to my bills. I wanted to just make my money off of my business and pay for my systems and things like that. But when you first start out, believe me, guys, you do not need to purchase those upgrades. The free versions are the best and they work. Okay. So don't feel that you have to buy into something in order for you to make your business work. And this is what I tell my tribe. This is what I when I coach my VAs, you do not have to do that. When I first started, I started with the free ones. And then, how when you listen to other people who are live streaming about, that's in their business and it was like, they just make it seem like it's so glamorous, but you have to spend so much money to get there. You really don't. Okay. I made that mistake one time. And when I first started my business, I invested in a coach and it wasn't a very good experience for me. And I put out a lot of money for that. As a single mom, to put out so much in, in somebody who's supposed to be helping you. If I'm just getting started in my business and I'm a starter and you telling me that you can help me with starting with any level of business, she had me doing things that I shouldn't have been doing that. I should have had created that foundation first in my business and then move on to the next level. It's very important, everyone, to build a foundation in your business. And that comes for one, having a business plan. You have to make your vision plain. Because if you don't write down the things that you want in your business, how you want to see your business, eventually, if you want to do an agency, start off small, where you're just building your business on your own. The things, the skill sets that you have to support your clients in knowing your niche. And then I like vision boards. I don't know if anybody does vision boards. Vision boards are very big. Especially with my son, we do vision boards as well. We go back to it every year and we redo our vision boards. Vision boards are very important because it's visual. You can write things down. I like writing things. I'm old school. I like writing things because it allows me to remember things. But putting pictures up there and organize it how you want and how you see your business, you have to see it. You have to see it every single day. I want a 6-figure business. These are the things that I want in my business. These are the flows that I want to do. This is how many people I want to hire under my business. This is the departments I want. I want social media management. I want website. I want whatever it is that you want in your business. You have to make it. You have to write it down and make the vision plain. And you also have to have a visual, because I'm going to tell you, it works. A lot of people skip that part and they still skip it. And then they still struggle in their business, because they don't have any clarification on what they want in their business. They just want to skip to the good stuff. Like, oh, I want to get clients. The clients will come. You just have to be patient. It's all about consistency, focus, and making your vision plain. So that is the key to building your 6-figure. And although you may have things that may bumps in the road, some obstacles, you just have to bob and weave, okay, and still continue to go. I'm human. There's times where I cried. There's times where I was frustrated. You also have to have people, like-minded people, surrounded around you to help you get you over that hump. Because if you don't have anyone, believe me, you're going to continue to struggle, and then you're going to eventually give up. I have people in my circle. Like if I'm going through something, I can call them and say, okay, this is what I'm struggling with. And we'll sit down and we'll talk it out, and they will encourage me. I'm a woman of faith. So, I have people around me that will send me scriptures related to what I'm going through, give me a call and pray for me. I also pray for my clients, although they may not be of faith, but I still pray for them. That's what we do. And it's just a consistency in the business in order for you to build that 6-figure. So when I didn't make 6 figures in my business, I made a decision that I was going to make the 6 figures. Okay. And that's what I did. It took me a while to get there, but I got there. And, being a VA coach just put me over the hump, because that right there, when I finally found a coach that was for me, that's when she was like, what are you doing? You have a story. You have things that you went through in your business, and people are missing out on you and your story and how you can help them build a 6-figure. So what are you doing? So that's how I became a VA coach. And my tribe, they love me. I love them. And I still have to do a balance though. As a single mom, you still have that balance. I can't take on too many. As much as I would like to take everybody, I can't take everybody, because I'm taking time away from my son. And then when I already wrote on my vision board the time where I'm going to be leaving my job, made my vision plain, and it's going to happen, then I could spend more time and take more clients, coaching clients, and still spend time with my son. So it's a balance in everything that you do. You just have to find that balance in your business.
You're such an inspiration. Oh my goodness. And you say everything that, we have talked about and we put in our course, and, having that vision, having that mission, Vision boards, yes, are a big deal. How long from the time you started working as a VA up to now, even including the VA coach, how long have you been doing it?
3 years.
3 years. In 3 years, you have built a 6-figure business between the VA agency and the coaching with the along with the 9 to 5, correct?
In my event planning, yes.
Yes, and your event planning. Oh my goodness. So the keys, like you say, are consistency and having that close circle of a support system that's going to lift you up during the downtimes, which we all need, and having that foundation, those systems in place, then and using a lot of free software programs and stuff that are out there, which yes, we encourage that too. Very inspiring and very upbeat, and have a wealth of knowledge, I can tell.
Thank you.
I see why you've gotten a tribe already. So that's great, because you really do put yourself out there and you make yourself accessible to others, as well as you're an encouragement. And I always find encouragers are the people we need in our lives anyway, especially going through difficult times. And as a woman of faith also, I know for sure this wasn't something I started myself. I didn't even realize I had a business the first year. I started helping somebody who was an insurance agent, and I was doing a good job, and people were asking him how he was doing this. And so he started giving my name out. When they told me I had a business, I said, no, I don't.
Well, Teekwa, tell us about.
I did. So I understand, God just gave it, and I believe that. And so he inspired you to, pull in and pull this, begin to do that work and everything else. And I think it's awesome. For 3 years, you're doing fantastic. So that's amazing. And I'm glad to hear it. And it's encouraging for others to hear your story that are still working, and for those who are also doing the other full time. It's just remarkable. And I think it's important that they understand it's possible.
Yes.
And you bring that to the table. So that's awesome.
So tell us about Power Pro Assistance.
Okay, Power Pro Assistance. When I first built it, I didn't know what name I wanted to name it, right? So what I did was I pulled in my executive assistants from my job, and we went out for lunch, and it was maybe like 10 of us. And I told them what my vision was for this business, and I needed help finding a name. Okay. So we was just throwing out things, and we was all getting excited. They was getting excited for me. And we came up with the name Power Pro Assistants. And why we came up with Power Pro Assistant is because the structure on our job is maybe a little bit different than any other company. We have a team of maybe 40 something executive assistant, and we have 2 managers, and then we have the supervisors that's underneath. And we work as a well-oiled machine. It's like one helps the other. Whenever someone needs help, I go to their desk and I help them out. We just help each other. We work as a team. Even if we have a conference and we need people to do registration and, pull people in the elevator, take them upstairs, explore, whatever, we work as a team. And that's what I wanted my Power Pro Assistant agency to be based on, as a well-oiled machine with powerhouse VAs. So when I started that, I did not want to be doing the VA work. I wanted to bring in people who did the VA, because I'm already doing work already. So I want to give somebody an opportunity to come in and build their business. And not only are they working for me, they're learning the behind the scenes for the agency as well. So when they build their agency, they can build that off as well. So I coach them, they attend the training programs, and also they do the work for the clients. So when I built Power Pro Assistant, I started off with people I knew, okay? And that was in ministries, people I network with. When I went to networking events, I was very big on networking. And it's hard to believe that I'm quiet and I'm an introvert. But I'm telling you, when you get into business, that kind of goes out the window. You have to get out there. If you want to make the money, you want to attract the clients, you have to get out there. So working my 9 to 5 helped me with that because I was in the Toastmasters as well, where you know do speeches and things like that. So that helped me get me out of my comfort zone to talk to people at networking events. So that's how I built my business off of people I knew. And when I went to events, I networked like crazy. I'm gonna tell you guys, networking works. Get out. Don't sit behind your desk and just in the groups and network there. Go out. People like to see your faces. Okay. They would like to hear from you. There are so many people out there who do not even know what a virtual assistant does. Okay. So when you meet people like that, you got it in the bag. Okay. Because you can shine and you can let them know. You can have your business cards ready, your PDF with your file, your bio and everything, give it to them and also offer them a freebie. So that's what I did with my agency. And that's how. So now I don't go out looking for clients. Referrals is always coming to me. When people on Facebook, they always tag in Power Pro. They looking for a VA, they tag in Power Pro. They looking for website, they tag in Power Pro. So I'm attracting people and people are referring people to my business. So that's how I built my business off. I didn't have time to go into the groups. I encourage everyone to go into those groups because you can come out of there with clients. You just have to learn the science behind it, you know, and not be too anxious to get clients. You have to be cool. You have to study it. You have to do your research in there. Find your ideal client. That's very important to know your ideal client because everybody's not your ideal client. You have to research who you want in your business, who you want to serve, because you may get people that, and believe me, I got one, and she was one of them that, you know, brought into one of my highest package. And sometimes you got to fire clients as well. So I'm gonna tell you, it comes with the business. But that was the basis of my business, is building my ideal client and going after people that I knew that I wanted to work with. I wanted to work with people in ministries. I wanted to work with clients who were business coaches. So those were my ideal client. And those are the people that I connected with. So that's how I built Power Pro. So in there, I have, right now, I have maybe about 5 VAs in different niches. So website graphics, a general VA, and social media manager. So we have meetings, and also I coach them as well. And I don't charge them for coaching. So we go through the coaching to help them build their business.
That's one of the questions I was going to ask you. So when a VA comes on with you, you're training them and coaching them for free, plus paying them to do the work, correct?
Yes.
Very good.
I'm a giver. I know.
I think it's great. I think it's great because they're learning too. And, you know, I used to do that all the time when I would bring on a team member as well. But I did find that it ended up being a lot of turnover because about the time I got them where we needed, then they were starting to gain clients as well, which wasn't always good for business, my business. Great for them, but not good for my business because clients were seeing turnover and having to give them another team member. How do you combat that issue?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I had 2 people that you know went on and had their own business and got clients, but they are so humble and they support me no matter what. I can reach out to them and say, I really need you to do something, and they were like, Teekwa, I'll do anything for you because you got me where I needed to be in my business. So anything that you want, you know, I'll do it. But if I know that they overwhelm, then I will find somebody else. But what I try to do is in my tribe, I try to find out. So sometimes it's kind of hard when you're in a group because a lot of people won't say anything in a group. So I'm trying to pull out. So that's what I do. That's the reason for me building my group, is because I want to see what they can do. You know, so like, say, for example, I need something done in my business. I may not go to my VAs. Maybe I want to give somebody else the opportunity and say, hey, anybody know how to do a flyer or whatever? So I want to see they work. You know, a lot of people say that they can do something, and then when you hire them, the work is not all that great. So I like to see things before I hire anybody on.
You're using the term hire, so I'm just curious, are they contractors or are they actually employees?
Contractors.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify that because, yeah, I wasn't sure. And I know, Lisa, you had a question about the difference for agency versus team. Or are they
Yeah, is it just a play on words, Teekwa, or is there a difference between your agency and us, as we call our multi-VA teams?
It's an agency. It's more of an agency where I just hire contractors. But as far as I call them my team because they still work for me. So if there's anything in there, we'll still have our team meetings and stuff like that. But I don't have anybody else that like makes decisions in my business. I'm the only decision maker. I had one person, but she moved on to being a life coach. So she needs to find her path. But she was a good friend of mine and she helped me build my business in the beginning. So it's just a one-man show.
Exactly. Now, Nanette, did you have any questions?
No, I mean, to me, it's another version of what we do. I mean, it may be a slightly different, but it's pretty much the same. I think it is a play of words and, of agency or whatever, except the difference, I think, is that you're willing to bring in contractors. And I think the rest of us look at people that are more team that maybe, do your contractors have other people they work for or just you?
Yeah, they have other people.
Okay, so that's the difference, I think, that's from us than you, is that they have other people that they work for. And I think most of us have teams that are working just with us. Not that they couldn't have other businesses, but they choose to do it. And I think that that's important because because then if they're just working for you and that's what you expect, then we can fall into that IRS, danger zone.
Yes.
And we don't want to get there. But yeah, so I think we're probably pretty close to each other in terms of how we look for people.
Yeah. So what I try to do.
I'm sorry. I was going to say, I think the one difference just might be simply your management style. And we talk about that in the course. And so where some of us might start out a little hovering and being the project manager, you're just simply giving that client to that VA right away. And I think we get to that point eventually in our businesses. But so I think it's the management style probably is the difference. You're just at that point where you give it because you don't want to work. And see that, I think we tell our clients all the time, work on your business, not in it, but we forget to get that way ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been doing in my business the last few years. And it's wonderful. I enjoy the management side of it. Still a lot of work, but I enjoy it.
It is. So the one thing that I threw in the relaunch that I am going to change is possibly hiring this time. It will probably be hiring a project manager, someone who's going to do it maybe part-time, not full-time, but be able to manage all the projects that's going on to make sure that everything is flowing nicely. Because now that I'm bringing on more services, it's going to be a little bit more work. So I would definitely need a project manager that's going to be taking care of everything in the business and relaying back to me what's going on. But I still want to be able to meet with the clients face to face. I'm still the one that talk to the clients and things like that and bring the clients in. And then from there, I do my meet and greet with the client and the virtual assistant. And then from there, they give them their welcome kit, let them know how they work, the whole works. And then from there, it's, if I don't hear anything, I know that I have to send them a message like, is everything okay? But, no news is good news, which is a wonderful thing. And all I get is glowing, oh my God, she is wonderful. She's doing this and she's doing that. I'll take with no problem. So that's what I want to hear. I want to hear this from the clients. And when I hear that, I know that I'm doing something right.
I agree with you. I'm the first point of contact too. I, meet with the prospective client, do the needs assessment, all the while trying to think of which team member is going to fit best with them.
Yes.
And, I send out the contracts, I do the invoicing, and I want to get where you are. I want to get to the point where now I already, give clients to the team members, but I do still have clients myself. But that's that's because I don't have, any other real income. So I have clients myself. My team has clients.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get to the point where I'm just managing. The team has clients, and I just focus on the business consulting, the systems consulting part of it, where I go in and, look at all the systems in a business and work out the kinks. And I've had several of those clients come on as regular clients working with a team member. After, we implement those systems that I find will work best for their business. And because the consulting can be, a 1 or 2 meeting type thing, instead of like ongoing client or even coaching that can be more ongoing. So that's, I want to be you. I want to get where you are. So.
And you will.
I will.
You will.
One of my goals, and when you're talking about the part-time, I understand what you're saying, because I have a goal of 2 to 4 years, actually have somebody manage the business completely. And I'm going to focus more on the coaching, teaching, speaking, and all of that. So I'm in that where I'm working on the business versus in it. And I'm in the transition of watching who I'm going to bring on as a manager eventually. And, it's a hard decision, because I want to still have my hand in it a little, but not near as much, because I need to spend time on other things, just like you, I'm sure. You want to spend that time on the coaching and investing in others.
In your family.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So that's awesome. Is there anything else that you want to tell us about how you got to where you are? Any little tidbits or secrets you want to share?
So another little secret, well, it's not really a secret, I think everybody knows, is that, we all have to have multiple streams of income, correct? So finding something that you're going to get residual income. So I'm in a thing, Build Is All. It's called Build Is All. It has everything, a building website, all that stuff. So that's one way of having residual income, right? So I have people come on to buy into this tool. So that is part of my relaunch as well. So once people buy into that tool, I have my team who are graphic artists, website, all that stuff, who learning the tool, that's going to come in there and that's going to help you with this tool. So they're going to build your website. They're going to create your social media markups for your books and your landing pages and your funnels and all that stuff. So that's one way of receiving consistent income.
Put that in our comments so that anybody watching the video later too, if you have an affiliate link or something that you want to put up, go ahead and do that so we make sure they follow you on that.
Yeah, so I'll send you the link for the 7-day free trial, so anybody can do it free for 7. You have full access for 7 days to do whatever you want in that tool. It's an awesome tool. I'm gonna tell you, it's an awesome tool. Not only that, if you have not written a book, writing a book is key as well. Even if it's just an ebook, that's something that you want to market as well, because that also shows you as the expert in your industry. If you want to do speaking engagements or workshops. So I offer free workshops at the local library, for anyone who wants to start out as a VA. So I do a whole hour workshop, letting them know what a VA does and what you need to do to get started. So that's my give back to my community, to do that workshop. So get yourself out there. If you are a VA and you know that you are good at what you do, that's another way of getting clients as well. You could also have a workshop for clients, the business owners in your area, in your community. Say, hey, I'm having this, have like little coffee or little donuts or danishes or whatever. Bring them, food brings people in, right? So invite them to an open house on how to work with a VA and how a VA can help you in your business, whether it's just a little bit of social media or helping you with a website or getting started. Because a lot of people are not on social media and, they want business, they want to know. So educating people in your community so they can hire you to do these things. So that is just another tidbit as well. Get out there in your community, not just online, where you're doing groups and, you're reaching out to people online. Get outside. And that is one person on one of my free consultation, that was like an eye opener for her, because that was one tip that I gave her, and I gave her some homework to do. And she went out there, and within 2 weeks, she had people with interest in her. And I think she hired, 2 business owners that was in her community that needed their social media done. So it works. You just have to be consistent, and you have to go out there, and you have to believe. You have to believe in yourself. You know, that's one thing. You really have to believe that you can do it. If you don't believe in yourself, then nobody's going to believe in you. So.
I know for myself, I'm disabled, and so getting out is sometimes an issue. Sometimes I have to work from bed. I can do it though, which is great. But I found too, just doing videos or webinars, getting on other people's platforms, being interviewed, all of those kinds of things. Are you finding that to be true as well?
Yes, definitely. Yes. I think I did maybe like 2 webinars when I first started my business, and I haven't gotten to webinars, but I know that webinar is where it's at. I'm going to tell you, it's where it's at. I just need to get there. It's just that I'm focusing on one thing at a time. You can't do too many things going on. You have to focus on one thing and get that complete. And I learned that in the 3 years, because I was all over the place when I first started. So don't think that it was all peaches and cream when I first started. It was not. It was like, I wanted to do this. Oh, I got a good idea. And I was jumping here and jumping there, and nothing was getting done. And the organization was like out the window, and I'm very organized, So when you get in your business, it's a whole different ball game than working for somebody. Working for someone is easy for you to organize them and have your desk organized. But when you are working for yourself, it is totally different. Okay.
Chaotic at times. It can. And I think it's important what you said. Focus on like one thing at a time. Do that well. And then you can add other things to it. But if you're all over, like you said, we've all been there, we've all done it. Because we find interest, we're like, oh, I can make money this way. I can do this. Oh, I could add that, And it's really easy to do those things. But then you're not going to be consistent because clients aren't going to, prospective clients are going to understand what you do.
Exactly.
You're always doing different things.
Definitely.
Having a good strategy is invaluable. And Nanette, you're in a weekly networking group, aren't you? And you've done a couple of like expos. You've participated in the local area.
Yeah. Because I live in a rural area, it makes it difficult to find clients. But I joined this chamber that works with other local chambers. We all do it what we call tri or quadruple chamber events. So when I went full time, I spent my time with this group, getting to know other small businesses, getting to know other people's needs, and then we had a little business networking group that we meet every week, and we talk about our own businesses, what issues we have, and that gave me opportunity to give it, my perspective, my advice, and then people get to know me. By knowing me, they took a chance, and I've gotten clients that way. These people that I work with, and now I'm part of the board, and making decisions with the chamber. But all that, and somebody just today told me this person he knows who's starting his own business, and he's doing property, and needs somebody to do social media, and I gave him your name. So here is snowballing, and I can't tell you how many times when I'm getting up in the morning to go to the networking, my husband's like, do you really still need to do that? Absolutely. Don't even question me, because that video and all the being virtual has its benefits, but nothing works best than being in front of someone's face. That's got to be a
Well, and the important thing you said in that too is that they get to know you, and it builds trust, because nobody's going to buy from you or buy your services unless they have some trust in you. And by getting to know you, whether online or in person, seeing them like this, whatever it is, getting to know you is how they finally eventually buy too. Great points.
Exactly.
So, Teekwa, you mentioned about writing books, even if it's
so if scared is hard for it.
Huh? Do you have a book that you've
No,
written or
I'm
an
fine.
ebook out that we can, tell our audience about?
Well, I'm in the middle of publishing a virtual assistant guide. So that's what I'm doing now. But I've written a book when I first started my business, and that was more on administrative, to be or not to be an admin.
Mhm.
So that's for people who are, wants to be an admin in the office. It's a little bit about virtual assistants in there. So I do comparisons in there, but that's the first book I written. Actually, that was with I think the second coach that I was with, and she kept pushing me. I was supposed to just do a free ebook, but it just turned into a book because I was just talking about my life as being an admin and all this stuff. And that's how that turned into that. But I'm in the middle of about to finish my virtual assistant journal. Well, guide. It's more like a guide where it's guiding them how to start as a virtual assistant and get all the tools and things that they need in order for them to build their business.
Now, where is your team local, or are they kind of spread out all over?
No, they spread out.
Spread out. Okay. Are you looking to expand? We may have someone watching that may be interested in your coaching or, coming on your team. Are you looking to expand?
Yes. Once I figure out like the departments on the needs for virtual assistant, I need people who do virtual assistant, social media management, people who do graphic designs and websites as well. So, and also if you're still doing the general VA work, that works well too, because I still have that team, and event planning, because I want to build a small event planning team to do like online events for clients as well, whether they're doing a telesummit or a webinar or whatever training they may have. I want to kind of build up that small event planning team. So if you have event planning skills, then, yes, you can contact me too.
All right. So how would they get in touch with you to, discuss coming on your team, or what their requirements are?
I can send you my link to my Suity calendar.
Okay.
And they can schedule a meeting with me, or I can also give you my VA's email, because everything gets funneled through her. She does everything for me.
Okay, good. Yeah, do that, and then we can post it on the Facebook page and the YouTube page and get it out there.
Okay, cool. All right. This was awesome.
It really was. And you could tell you're a coach because you're just very upbeat, and you've got a lot of tips to give, and you always say push through, push through, push through.
Yes, that's very important. You have to keep on going. Do not stop. Keep doing it until it happens.
Tammy, do we have anyone that's wanting to ask Teekwa a question?
Not at this time. There's no questions at this time, so I don't have any.
No, but
right
it was
now.
really great to hear your story, though.
Exactly.
I think when they rewatch too, and if we have our links under there, it'll be a good idea, so that if they want to get in touch again.
Exactly. And, we get it about the residual income because we built a course on how VAs can build their own team or agency, however they want to, manage it or whatever.
Right.
And then we're looking at doing some like little mini or pocket courses from that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's very important. Let's see, who is that? Warren Buffett that says don't have just a single income. Put your eggs in several different baskets to have other types of income. So yeah, that's very smart.
Yes. I have a course coming up as well, VA business workshop that I'm working on as well. So I can give you that link as well.
Sure.
For anyone who wants to be a VA, that's for new VAs, aspiring VAs. It's something that I'm working on. But I'll be going on vacation on the 20th. I'm going to the cruise.
Awesome.
Ooh, where are you going? My husband and I love to cruise.
Yeah, we're going on a 7-day cruise from, we're going to San Juan, St. Thomas, St. Croix, and then some other islands that we're going to. So my son is so excited because that's his birthday trip.
Aw.
Well, that's great.
You'll love it. If you haven't done it before, you just love it.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Were there any other questions, ladies, or anything else that we needed to ask or talk to Teekwa about?
No, but it was really a pleasure. I have
Yes.
to say, yes.
Same.
I love your upbeat behavior. I mean, that's really what you need to do. Like, we all do. It's you know, you can't do this as if it's a chore.
Yes, yes.
You know, if it's not a passion, get out.
I
Amen.
agree with you totally with that one. I agree with that one. You have to put the energy out in order for you to receive it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Agree. Well, we really appreciate you coming on today, Teekwa, and we'll share the links again after this is posted. We'll share it, you know, on our platform so others can watch the replay if they missed it. I think they will really enjoy it and be inspired to keep moving forward in their businesses or starting their businesses.
Mhm.
And maybe be in touch with you even. So I really appreciate you coming on. I know Lisa was looking forward to it as well because y'all are connected and we just really appreciate it. Any final thoughts, ladies?
Nope.
Okay, then we will say goodbye. What?
It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure. Thank you for
Aw.
inviting me.
Well, thank you. We really enjoyed it. Just hang on, ladies. I'm going to stop the broadcast. Bye, everyone. Thanks again.